Welcome to Tech Topics, Adding Text to PDF. My name is Tanisha, and I am joined here this afternoon with Teresa. How are you doing this afternoon, Teresa?
I'm doing all right, Tanisha. How are you?
I am good. So today we have another wonderful tech topic to you. We'll be learning how to add some text to PDF. So I am going to go ahead and let Teresa take it away.
Excellent. Thank you, Tanisha. So yes, our tech topic today is adding text to PDFs. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So at the beginning of all of our tech talks, we do a resource shout out. So our resource shout out today is going to be a LinkedIn Learning. A LinkedIn Learning link. It's free with your library card. If you go to our website, go to online classes, you can click on lynda.com, which is converting to LinkedIn Learning. So it is help yourself tech tips. You can actually just type in help yourself in the search box. It'll pop right up. You need your library card in order to watch the videos, but it's about 4 hours of very short videos, so you can break it up. It talks about hardware issues, software issues, just basic troubleshooting, those kinds of things. So if you're interested in more self-help with computers, this is a great resource for you to check out. Great. So let's talk about adding text to PDFs. First off, why should I know how to do this? Well, having the ability to sign, fill out, and comment on PDFs will make submitting documents faster. So doing things digitally definitely expedites your process. Printing out and handwriting documents is time consuming. I know personally that if I have to print out a document and sign it, I usually print out 2 or 3 copies just in case I mess up one. And then I have, my backups to go ahead and write on again. So sometimes that just eats up a lot of your time. Also, some of our handwriting isn't exactly legible. So, being able to type information into your PDFs helps that out as well. There's an easeability to it. You can fill out an email forms to the people who need them. Again, without printing them out, you can just stay at your computer, type what you need to type, and go ahead and send it off, hopefully without any hiccups. So let's talk about Adobe Acrobat. Adobe Acrobat is just a software that allows you to view PDFs. The basic version is free and available for your desktop or your mobile device. And so usually if you have a PDF, Adobe Acrobat is automatically on there. If it is not, you can always download it for free. So the features we're going to go over today are fill and sign feature, the highlighting feature, and the adding sticky notes or commenting feature. Okay, so I have a PDF all ready to go. It is our library card registration form. Now, when our facilities open back up, this is actually something that you probably won't have to use if you don't already have a library card. But if you come across it, this is what it looks like. So again, we're just going to use it as our example. Okay, so off the top, just notice a few things. First, on the right-hand side, we have a whole bunch of different options that are minimized, and you can always open them up. And so here we have export PDF, which with the free version is not something that we are privy to. A lot of these things we're not privy to with the free version, but we are able to comment and we are able to fill and sign. And the highlighting feature is actually featured up top. Now, something that I've noticed, depending upon what version of Adobe Acrobat you have, this side panel on the right might look different to you. And also the tools featured in the panel on the top may look different to you as well. But no worries, because whether they're on the top or on the right-hand side, they're always available. So again, the 3 free ones are the fill and sign, the highlighting, and the sticky notes and or commenting. Okay, so let's say we're here because we want to add text to our document, right? So you would click on your fill and sign option. The first one, it has an A, B, and a line. That can go anywhere. So for instance, I'm going to go ahead and type in my last name. So you notice it gives me options to decrease the font or enlarge the font. It also gives me the option to delete it. And it gives me options to add other things as well. Okay, great. So those items that we saw and the other options are also featured up here. So again, in Adobe Acrobat, there's more than one way to find what you're trying to do. All right, next, let's talk about signing. Okay, so we have two functions here. You can either add your signature or add your initials. They both function similarly, so we're just going to do add signature. So you have a few options. You can type your name. Once you type your name, it creates a random type font. You can change the style down here on the right-hand side. So if I don't like the way that looks, I can change it to this one or this one. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever you're comfortable with. You also have the option to draw it. So if you're comfortable using your mouse, or me, currently I have a, ooh, that's terrible. You can clear it as well, so that's helpful. But with me, I have a touchpad. So you can draw your signature. Yeah, for our illustrative purposes, it's just going to look like that, okay? You can click Save It, which is default, and you can click Apply. So when you do this, it'll go ahead and take your signature, and it'll attach it to your cursor. So wherever I'm moving my cursor is where my signature is going to go. Just so happens that on this form, if you're getting a card for a minor, there is a place where a guardian has to sign, okay? So you can line up your signature wherever you want to go, tap. Once you tap, it's there. Now keep in mind, this says when you save a form with a signature or initials, you will no longer be able to edit the existing form fields. So once you put your signature on this and save it, it's a done deal, okay? But while it's on here, you do have minimal editing abilities. Again, you can minimize it or make it smaller, make it larger. You can also kind of change, you know, the aspect ratio of it, and you can delete it. All right, so once you put a signature down, and it's the same for if you decide to not use a signature, it's the same if you decide to type it out, or if you already have an image of it, which is the last thing, you can find it on your hard drive on your computer and upload it as well. But yes, all of these function the same. So, yeah. So see, same deal. All right. Let's talk about the highlighting function. So that was the adding text, adding your signature. These guys here, if you want to circle something, you have the ability to do that. You just use your little dot and drag it out. You wait for the cursor to turn to the 4 arrows, and you can move it around like that. All of these guys, it's, kind of however you're trying to edit your document, they're available to you. Okay, so if we're done with fill and sign, we can go ahead and hit close. Let's talk about highlighting. So your highlighter is here, and depending upon what version of Adobe Acrobat you have, as I mentioned before, you will see a different panel for the highlighting. There's that. This guy, yeah, I thought I selected it. So you can kind of double click on the word that you want to highlight, and it'll automatically highlight it for you. If you have an image that you want to highlight, if we want to highlight HCPLC, you can highlight it that way. That's highlighting for you. Now, you do have the option to change the color of it. And let me see if I can do that for you guys. Properties, all I did was click on a highlighted thing, okay? If you go to properties, it gives you the option to change the color, okay? It also gives you the option to change the how, you know, transparent it is. So if we want blue, but we want it like super see-through, there's that. I don't know if you can really see it that well, but that's an option as well. Okay, great. So that's highlighting. Last but not least, let's go to our sticky notes and our commenting. So in order to create a comment, you actually need a sticky note first. Because if we click on comment, it gives us the list of comments and the things we've done. So, but we can only add a comment to what's already been done to the document. We can't like create a new comment, okay? So in order to create a comment, you have to comment on something that was done or create a sticky note and then comment on the sticky note. So let's go ahead and do that. So up here, our toolbar has changed again. We're gonna go ahead and click add sticky note. Let me just click here. And I'm gonna say, we're just gonna call it a test. I'm gonna post it. Once it's posted, now you can comment on your, you could comment on your sticky note. Great. So we've got the sticky note with the comment okay. This is also something that you can change the color of. Again, if you go to properties, give it a second. We can change the color. We'll change it to red this time. And then you can give it different icons. So maybe we want it to look like a star. There you go. Our sticky note is now a star and it is red. Okay, so there are all these little things that you can do for free with the free version of Adobe Acrobat Reader. All right. And again, depending upon which version you have, your little toolbars at the top or on the right might look a little bit different, but you have access to all of the tools that I just mentioned. Okay. So we're going to go back to our slideshow. Okay, so a few things to keep in mind, some thoughts about adding text to PDFs. First, don't forget about the undo button. I forgot to show you guys that, but there's always an undo button. Okay, edit, undo. You can only go so far back, but don't forget the undo button if you make a mistake. Okay. The other thing is the minimal editing of signature once it's on the document. So again, once you put a signature on there, the only thing you can do is make it larger, make it smaller, or delete it, as opposed to the text. The text, you can actually click on it and make changes. And again, you can change the color of your sticky notes in your highlighter if you would like to. That is an option, even if you don't see it right off the bat. Okay, so some more PDF editing options. Select HCPLC libraries have access to the Adobe Creative Cloud. So in some of our locations, we actually do have machines that are loaded with Adobe Acrobat Pro. And Adobe Acrobat Pro allows for document conversion as well as more editing and sharing options. So all those things that you saw in the toolbars that weren't available to us become available to us. And if you'd like to know if the particular library that you're going to has it, just go ahead and ask somebody at the reference desk, and they should be able to direct you to where that machine is in their building. Okay. All right, so that about wraps it up. I'm going to ask Tanisha to come back on to the presentation so we can go ahead and take some questions.
All right, thank you, Teresa, so much for that valuable information. I know that actually using this feature in PDFs was something that I didn't really do until until recently, so it was definitely pretty useful for us. So we do have one question. We have someone asking, what do you mean by document conversion in Acrobat?
Oh, okay, great. That's a fantastic question. So sometimes when you need to submit a document, especially digitally, you can change a PDF document to a Word document, right? So that way you can edit it, or maybe you need to change an actual picture to a PDF document to send it wherever it's going to go. So you can convert it from a picture to an actual PDF document. So that's what I meant by document conversion, either converting from a PDF to something else or converting something else to a PDF. I hope
Awesome.
that answers your question.
Thank you so much for that, Teresa. And you were right. So that is the document conversion. Sometimes, when you're knee deep in tech, like we are, like we use terms and we don't even think about true. Like, oh yeah, we should probably explain what we're talking about. So while we're waiting for any last minute questions to be dropped into the question section, as always, we end all of our programs with our contact information. So you can call us, email us, chat with us, text us. There's all these different ways to get in contact with us. So the link's provided there. Also, if you would like to see some of our other awesome programs and events, we got the link for our event program and event calendar there as well. And the next topic we will be talking about next week is sharing files from a mobile device. That link is currently sitting in the chat section of the control panel. So I definitely encourage you to go ahead, if you have not already, go ahead and sign up for our next topic. And I'm just going to do one more run through of questions really quick before we end this afternoon. And it looks like all of our questions were answered. So thank you so much, Teresa, for joining us. I say this every week, I end this every week, but it is so nice to see other people and to bring friends to talk about the wonderful world of tech with me. So thank you so much for joining me this evening.
Great, thanks for having me. And thank you to all those who decided to attend today. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you guys very much. And so we hope to see you at the same time next week. Everybody have a lovely evening. Bye, everyone.
See ya.